Good afternoon, boys and girls of the internet. So today's video is all about the little Sonoma. So I am putting the little Sonoma up for sale. Yep, there I said it. So here it is, chilling at my apartment complex now. Got moved. And there is my other S10. I really haven't filmed much of this S10. That's my work mule right there. It's a 89 four-wheel drive, 5-speed with a 4.3 in it. Pretty sweet little truck, but that's my work rig. It's got all my toolboxes on it, all my good tools and stuff that I use for work. And the little Sonoma I thought was going to be maybe a replacement to save some gas and stuff, because this has the 2.2 and it's automatic. But here's the problem: all those tools, like both of those toolboxes, they're heavy as lead. Plus, not to mention all the tools that are underneath them and in the bed that are boxed up. And I use that stuff on a daily basis. So the problem with it is, by the time I get all that stuff put into this truck, this little 2.2 has a hard time moving it all. And so it's just not feasible. I literally kill the whole purpose of this truck because the gas mileage just sucks. I mean, it's good when the truck's sitting like this, but like I said, the minute that I get both of my full boxes and that middle box and stuff, all that stuff put into this truck, loaded down and fill it full of gas, it's horrible. It's constantly in and out of overdrive and down gearing on even the slightest incline. So I've got this small Cobalt work box in here now. This is perfect for a little pickup truck like this. It's a very small box. It's drilled out so that you can put one of the long bar locks through it, because these locks are busted. Typical used toolbox fashion, but it gets the job done. You know, I wouldn't put a lot of valuable stuff in there, but maybe a tie strap, some jumper cables, stuff like that is perfect for. But anyway, this is a 2000 something Sonoma. Y'all saw it in my video. I fitted it with a 235/75/15 Goodyear Wrangler radials. I mounted them on some American racing wheels that I had laying around, and it looks really good. I'm gonna sell it with the wheels because the offset on these wheels is specifically for a two-wheel drive truck. They will fit my four-wheel drive truck, but the four-wheel drive truck wheel already sticks out just a little bit. These trucks were kind of weird when they made them. The nose of the truck curves in, like you see it is coming towards us, and then it comes in. So the front end is narrow, and that's how these S10s sit. That wheel pokes out. That wheel pokes out. That's just how they built the trucks. When you put these wheels on this truck, they stick way, I mean like stupid looking, way far out. And you can see the offset on these wheels, how they kind of curve that way so that they sit more over the hub and everything. And these stick out a little bit, but it's fine on this two-wheel drive truck. They sit exactly how you want them to. Now they're dirty. Haven't drove this thing in like a couple weeks. Once again, all my tools are in the other trucks. I'm mostly in it. And 2.2 automatic air conditioning. It's a base model truck, manual windows, manual locks. I cleaned up the seats really good in it. Well, when I first got it, I did. The steering wheel was worn out and falling apart in your hand. This steering wheel is out of a Yukon, a 2000, I think a 2000 model GMC Yukon, and it's the same wheel, but I used, I'm sorry, it's out of a Tahoe, a 2000 Tahoe, and these are like the actual leather wheel, not the fake plasticky. I mean, I guess it's some type of much better material than the little rubber filling wheel that comes in the base model Sonomas. And I just put the airbag out of the Sonoma in this wheel, and like I said, it looks perfect and it feels so much better, and it's got the little ridges for your fingers. The other steering wheel is just kind of smooth. Remember, the truck was a theft recovery and the key switch was busted out. You see, I've got a key switch in there, but all that does is allow the truck to come out of gear and for you to turn the wheel. It's a pain in the butt to reprogram. Let me rephrase that. It was gonna cost me too much money to reprogram this ignition and have it replaced the way it should. O'Reilly sells them $10 key switches, universal key switches, just a 3-way switch. And a wiring schematic online and some resistors showed me how to bypass the VAT system or the security system, so that I can run this style ignition without an issue. So you got an aftermarket key switch down here. It looks out of place, but cheap truck, keep that in mind. Boom, fires right up. CD player has a mind of its own, but all that stuff works. And then AC and everything, charge that up. This piece is cracked up here, but it was the best replacement one I had for the shattered one that happened after I tried to take it apart. Replaced the steering column cover and the turn signal switch, because that stuff didn't work, and all that's good now. I had it running a minute ago, that's why it's warm. Automatic lights, carpet, no floor mat on that side, manual windows, manual locks, like I said. And it's the 2.2. I did plugs, wires, thermostat, and 2 new coil packs in this truck right after I got it, because it was skipping really bad. And everybody's always worried about the head gasket failure, but it wasn't. Tailgate says S10 instead of Sonoma. It was the one that was put on the truck before the paint job was done, and it was from an S10. And so when they painted it, they took the badges off, painted it, and then put the S10 badges back on it, even though I had some that said Sonoma that didn't get put on it. They're in the truck. The new owner will get that. I found the whole little cowl panel piece here that wasn't broken. It took me forever, but I found one that wasn't broken, so I replaced that, and that looks a million times better, not being broken into 1,000 pieces. This one's got a little crack, but it's not broken, and it was broken. So if you remember, we had a small issue with the transmission when I first got it. It didn't want to come out of, or it was taken off in what seemed like 3rd gear instead of 1st. And sure enough, when I wired my new switch in, I was missing one wire that feeds power to the transmission so that it knows what gear to take off in. So I went back through, found that wire, added it into my group of wires, and bam, away she went. So all I can tell so far about the little truck, things that you probably want to do to it, it's gonna need some shocks in the front. I was gonna put shocks on it, but decided against it. So we didn't do shocks, and it's gonna need some shocks, but that's okay. Put my seatbelt on. I figured we'd take it down the road and back real quick. Let's see. It's a 4-banger, but maybe it'll do a little tire squeal for us. That's right. Get it, little Sonoma. And there was 2nd gear, 3rd gear, and 4th gear. Just like it should. You get it up over 45 and it goes, it'll go into, well, there it goes. Yeah. Overdrive. Just cruising along. So this little guy runs out great. And without all my crap in the back of it, it gets good gas mileage. Like I said, you start loading stuff down in it, and the gas mileage just sort of sucks. There we go. That light that's on is for fuel. It's dang near out of gas, and I don't plan on putting any gas in it. You're buying it as is. There's a station up the road. I might go put $5 in it or something, because I know people are going to test drive it, but I'm not going to put a lot of gas in it. This is it's been a fun truck. Like I said, I drove it. I put some miles on it, no issues. That Ford Mustang that I bought, I'm going to try to shift my attention to it. I used this to go pick up the transmission for that car. Drove it an hour one way to get my transmission. It was perfectly fine. Like I said, this little thing runs out like a Scotted dog. very slow, maybe two-legged scalded dog, but it runs good, we'll just say that. So I'm gonna throw this thing up for sale. I'm gonna post it for 1,500 bucks. These trucks in better condition than this will go for more, but like I said, I understand that it's got its own issues, and I don't expect to get 15 out of it. My expectations are realistic, you know, in the way you do things with cars like this. I sell a lot of cars, so I know you start high and then let somebody lowball you, and then you go from there. So I post it for 15, somebody turns around and says, you know, $1,000, 1,200 bucks, something like that, and you let it go. Because we'll sit down and do some math on it here in just a second. Get it back into my spot. So the 78 Ford truck that I had almost $400 in that truck, and I traded that truck even for this one. That's how I ended up with the Sonoma. Then, so let's say right at $400, the wheels I bought from a local wrecker, tow truck driver. It was I don't know what the deal was with the truck, but anyway, he ended up with a square body S10 like my other one with these wheels on it, and I wanted the wheels, so $100 bought me the wheels, and then the tires I rounded up at work. So I've got $100 in wheels and tires. I had $400 about in the truck, so we got $500 in it, and then I put 4 spark plugs, 4 wires, 2 coil packs, and a thermostat in it. And with a good old-fashioned O'Reilly's company discount, I think I spent, I don't know, $50 on all that stuff, maybe not even that. So let's say $550 is what I've got in this truck. The toolbox I scavenged. It was a work toolbox, so there's nothing really in that. The steering wheel and all the column pieces and stuff, once again, came from work. I did pay about $10 for the key switch. So let's say $560 is what I have in it, and we're gonna post this thing up, like I said, for 15, which is optimistic. So you don't have to tear me apart in the comments. I understand. Like I said, 15 may be high, but around here, this little truck's gonna sell. Someone's gonna bring 1,200 bucks, and they're gonna leave with it. And like I said, the paint job's new, and there's no rust whatsoever. I mean, this little truck is just clean as can be. The rockers, the frame, floor pans, cab corners. Cab corners are a big deal on these little S10s. At the front down here, fender, frame, body bushings. So cab corners, big spot. Because even mine over here. Oh, if I can keep myself standing up. You see my cab corner starting to rot on that one. So for this one, I got a dent in my cab corner. That happened when it came to work. The forks on the loader didn't quite go down far enough. But tomatoes. Still no rust in it. The thing's clean as can be underneath. So that's the story of the Sonoma. Oh, and the grill. If you know Sonomas, you know that is not the appropriate grill. That is a 94 grill. No, I'm sorry. That's a 95 grill. I did not have one of these grills at work, and I could not find one of these grills anywhere near me. So I got a 95 grill, because if you know Sonomas, you know that's not what it's supposed to look like. So I got a 95 grill, and I chopped the headlight rings off of it and stuck it in there just so it has some form of grill, because it looks horrible without it. That's it. That's the truck. That's the junkyard built Sonoma. So about $560 is what's invested, and I'm confident we will make money back on it. Like I said, it just runs too good. It drives too good. I understand there's some cosmetic blemishes here and there, but this thing runs out just great. So, and I've got the key for the door lock, so you can still lock your doors. So I know the key switch is kind of funky, but once again, it works just like a normal key switch. Boom, and it's alive. So, like I said, it'll sell. But that was everybody. That's for everybody who was wanting a Sonoma update video, what we were doing, why, all that good stuff. Y'all saw a couple sneak peeks of it here and there in some other videos, and it raised interest. So I just thought I would share real quick the Sonoma. There you go. Said I'm gonna post this thing up for sale as this video ends. So if anybody was wanting it from YouTube, I don't know what to tell you, because it's probably gonna be gone here in the next day. It's holiday weekend, paycheck Friday. This little thing, I'm hoping it's gonna be gone. But fun truck, had our fun times with it, and now we get to move on to something else, and you guys can get to see some Fox body videos. Maybe you'll enjoy that. If not, I'll go buy another Sonoma and start all over. But I'm gonna make sure I buy one with a 4.3 this time, because this little 2.2 just didn't have the lead in its pencil that it needed to haul all my crap around for work. So anyway, there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment down below. Let us know what you think if you haven't already. I'm sure you will. And that's the end of this one. Thanks for watching.